How the body keeps the score, the hidden science of trauma. Trauma isn't rare, it's just quiet. You see it every day. In the person who blows up over something small, in the person who goes numb mid-conversation, in the person who always looks fine, but can't relax. And here's the part most people miss. Trauma doesn't just live in your memories, it lives in your body. Even when the event is over, your nervous system can keep acting like the danger is still happening. That's what people mean when they say, the body keeps the score. In this video, I'm going to explain trauma in a simple, accurate way, without blaming the person who's struggling. Because trauma isn't only war, it isn't only big tragedies. Trauma is what happens when something overwhelms you, and you don't have a way out. What trauma really is. Trauma isn't just a bad memory you can get over. Trauma is when your brain and body store an experience like an alarm system that never fully turns off. Your nervous system has one main job: keep you alive. So when your brain senses danger, it automatically switches into survival mode. Fight, flight, freeze, shutdown. You don't choose it with logic. It happens fast, before words. That's why you can know you're safe, but still feel panic. Or know it's not a big deal, but still feel rage. Or want to speak, but your mind goes blank. Your body reacts first. Your thinking brain catches up later. Why trauma makes people seem confusing. One of the biggest effects of trauma is this. You start reacting to mild stress like it's life or death. So someone irritates you at the store, and your body reacts like an attack. A small disagreement feels like abandonment. A loud voice flips a switch inside you. A disappointed look feels like danger. And most people aren't even aware that the reaction is rooted in the past. Because your brain isn't saying, this reminds me of before. Your brain is saying, emergency. Now. That's why trauma can look like sudden anger shutting down panic. Numbness, hypervigilance, emotional distance. Not because someone is crazy, because their system is trying to protect them. Trauma is more common than most people think. A lot of people only picture trauma as combat or huge disasters, but trauma can come from many places. Childhood abuse or neglect, violence in the home, bullying accidents, repeated humiliation, poverty and instability, discrimination, losing a caregiver, living in unsafe environments. And sometimes it's not one big moment. Sometimes it's years of unpredictability. That's why people can come from normal-looking families and still carry deep trauma, because trauma isn't only what happened, it's what you had to carry alone. The problem with blaming the person, a lot of mental health systems accidentally send the message. There's something wrong with you. We need to fix you. But trauma work starts with something different. Your reactions make sense based on what you've been through. Because you can't shame someone out of survival mode. Shame makes it worse. If someone doesn't understand trauma, they might try to stop the behavior first. Stop being angry. Stop panicking. Stop overthinking. Stop shutting down. But if your body thinks you're in danger, it won't respond to lectures. It needs safety. So, what actually helps? The big challenge of healing is this. How do you help someone live in a body that finally feels safe? And the answer is not just think positive. What helps is safe connection, real, steady support. A relationship where you're not judged for your symptoms, where you can speak about fear, guilt, grief, shame, where you can understand what happened and how it shaped you. Because healing often starts with 2 steps. 1, understanding. This is what happened to me. 2, self-compassion. My reactions are understandable. That doesn't mean every reaction is okay. It means you stop treating yourself like a broken person, and start treating yourself like a wounded person who deserves care. Final message. If you've ever thought, why do I overreact? Why do I shut down? Why can't I just be normal? Why do I feel unsafe when nothing is happening? You're not weak. Your nervous system learned patterns to keep you alive. And recovery is not about forcing yourself to be tougher. It's about teaching your body, I'm safe now.